There's a couple of ways to help support this channel, and the easiest way is to like and subscribe. Wow, so easy. Another easy way to help support me is by using my affiliate links in the description. And the final way you can help support the channel is by supporting me directly by becoming a patron, where you can vote for patron selected commanders and get some behind the scenes action. The best way to help grow this channel is with the help of you guys. This video is sponsored by Collect Edition. They have a huge commander inventory and worldwide shipping, so check them out with the link in the description. This is an elf video. There will be elves in this video. This commander is an elf, and she's really hot. Oh.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
Lathril, Blade of the Elves. Cheesy name.
My name is Jeff.
She's a 4-mana 2/3 elf noble menace. When Lathril deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green elf warrior creature tokens. You can tap her and tap 10 untapped elves you control. Each opponent loses 10 life and you gain 10 life. This girl makes tokens, and yeah, the second ability, I heard they wanted to create a keyword for it. The keyword was holy freaking baloney!
Believe it! Believe it! Believe it!
First off, we'll take a look at our black shenanigans. No, not Jack Black. How black can complement elves. Elves make mana. They make a lot of mana, so let's make it. Next up, what to do with the mana? Make tokens. Goblin tokens, obviously. And once everything is set, how do we say goodbye, my lover? Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one.
You have built the one for me.
Okay. So there's one thing that green lacks, and that's removal. Well, kinda. Elvis Breadlord. He's a 5-mana 3/3 death touch. When Elvish Breadlord dies, non-elf creatures get -3/-3 until end of turn. Great early game or possibly game-ending late game with the Encore ability. No, not Eminem's album. Ruthless Winnower. He's a 5-mana 4/4 elf rogue. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-elf creature. Now here's the thing that's amazing with this card. It's a little secret, okay? We're only playing elves in this deck. Shh!
How the turntables.
I Blight Manchester. It's a 4-mana sorcery. Non-elf creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Too bad it doesn't cost like 3, but that's fine. We can make a lot of mana, so that's fine. That's fine. Next up, Aristocrat-ish Shenanigans. With Poison Tip Archer, whenever another creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Or Bastion of Remembrance. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life, yes. Or Zulaport Cutthroat. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. You can run a couple of sack outlets to abuse these guys, or just attack with everything you have each turn because killing all your elves is fine. It's for the greater good.
I knew exactly what to do, but in a much more real sense, I had no idea what to do.
This fat guy will cover all. Cover of Darkness. It's a 2-mana black enchantment. As Cover of Darkness comes into play, choose a creature type. Creatures you control of the chosen type have fear. Better than any equipment you can put on Lathril, I can assure you that. Black gives us a bit of recursion as well in Patriarch's Bidding. It's a 5-mana sorcery. Each player chooses a creature type. Each player returns all creature cards of the chosen type from the graveyard to the battlefield. So let's say you're playing a lot of dragons in this deck and you can name dragons and bring them all back from your graveyard to play. Wow, how good is that? Now, you know, I was gonna say, well, black gives us access to tutors, but, you know, green already has Worldly Tutor, Green Sun Zenith, Court of Calling, Tooth and Nail, Finale of Devastation, Birthing Pod, just to name a few. Jesus, green, man, what the baloney?
You know what? I'm about to say it.
Anyways, none of them as good as Vampiric Tutor and Demonic Tutor. Search your library for a card and put it on the top of your library, then shuffle your library, or search your library for any card and put a card into your hand. And a cool land that's amazing with Lathril is Chorizo Death Steakhouse. Pay 1 black, tap, target legendary creature gains fear until end of turn, making sure you attack through each turn. So that's it for our black shenanigans. Now, how do we run this deck? First off, let's make a lot of mana. Lathril is pretty straightforward. You can start attacking with her early and make tokens, or play her later when you already have 1 billion tokens, but no matter what you do, you gotta do what elves do best. Mana mia. Mana mia, mana. Okay. all the dorks you can play. The elf ones, not the bird one. Come on, focus. Arbor elf, Finborn elves, elvish mystic, mystic elf, elf arbor, Finborn elfish arbor. Yay! Getting your commander out on turn 2 or 3 makes a huge difference because attacking just once with her can swing the game in your favor and bling the gem in board clever. No one knows what it means, but it's provocative. Heritage Druid, 1 mana 1/1, tap 3, untap elves you control. Add 3 to your mana pool. Wow, turns all your non-dork elves into dorks. Everybody's a dork. Cannoli Tactician, he's a 4 mana 3/3. Other elves you control get +1/+1. Tap, add 3 green mana to your mana pool. Hey, I never thought I'd see a Lord Dork, but hey, it's here, Lord Dork it is!
Nice.
Marwyn, the Nurturer. What? She's a 3 mana 1/1. Whenever another elf enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Marwyn, the Nurturer. Tap, add an amount of green to your mana pool equal to Marwyn's power. Gets out of hand quickly with Lathril or any other creature in your deck because we're only playing elves. Beast of Titania, 2 mana 1/1, add a green for each elf on the battlefield. Classic dork.
Why are you the way that you are?
And Elvis Archdruid, he's a 3 mana 2/2. Other elves you control get +1/+1. Tap, add a green for each elf you control. I love the new art on this. The old one always had that creepy vibe to it. Ooh, creepy. Next up, our token, Shenanigans will always love you, Shana. The best way to make tokens is, well, attacking with your commander. Without going full Voltron crazy berserk killer beast mode, I would for sure run Sword of Beast and Craving. What? It's a 3 mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from black and from green. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card and you untap all lands you control. Holy guacamole! Untapping your lands is nuts and the protection is just the cherry on top. You can also booster with cards like Ejaculate Magistrat in Timberwatch Elf. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control for each elf you control, or target creature gets +6/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of elves on the battlefield. Usually you can pull this off for about 1 billion! Can I get 2 billion? Well, sold for 2 billion for the bastard playing Elf Ball. Besides Lathril Tabarnak Sylvan offering everybody some nice hot Sylvans.
That escalated quickly.
Cost 1 X and a green. Choose an opponent. You and that player each create a XX green treefold creature token. Wow. Choose an opponent. You and that player each create X 1/1 green elf warrior creature tokens. Everybody get a token. Everybody. Elvis Promenade, 4 mana sorcery, create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token for each elf you control. Or hey, let's make the exact same card but at instant speed, Elven Ambush. It's a 4 mana, create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token for each elf you control but at instant speed. Lys Alana, Pun Master. It's a 4 mana 3/3 elf warrior. Whenever you cast an elf spell, you may put a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token onto the battlefield. Elvish Jarmaster is a cool new card. He's a 2 mana 2/2 elf. Whenever one or more elves enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 green elf token. This ability triggers only once each turn. And you can also pay 7 mana elves you control, get +2/+2 and gain Death Touch until end of turn. Pretty nasty considering all the mana we gon' be making, and like George Clooney used to say, the more mana you make, the more your opponents break. Can I get a slag? And you can take any token deck and bring it to another freaking level with doubling season and parallel lives. If an effect would put 1 or more tokens onto the battlefield under your control, you put twice that many of those tokens on the battlefield instead. What the Doubling season is more expensive than the whole pre-con deck, but hey, poor people don't watch my YouTube channel, so
I declare bankruptcy!
No, my friend, it's time to end the game because the game is ending. We're going to the end of the game, so it's time to end the game because when the game is about to end, you know it's time to end the game because it's time to end the game.
I always try to find other ways to finish the game instead of using your commander, but like, come on, Lathril is the finisher in this deck. We run a couple of untapped shenanigans in Quirion Ranger. This art, man.
I'm just chilling.
She's a 1-mana 1/1 elf. Return a forest you control to its owner's hand. Untap target creature. Use this ability only once each turn. Well, you can still do it on your opponent's turn, thus activating Lathril for like 4 straight turns. Huh, pretty good. Wirewood Symbiote does the exact same thing, but you have to return an elf you control to its owner's hand and activate this only once each turn, but you can do it on your opponent's turns as well. Hey, let's get greedy. Why not untap all our creatures with Vitalize? 1 mana, green instant. Untap all creatures you control. Wow, I'm liking this, yes. And a sweet little land, Wirewood Lodge. Pay 1 green, tap, untap target elf. Yep, it's pretty gnarly. I don't know why you wouldn't play this. Fits perfectly in this deck. And the only non-elf creature we're playing, the Queen of Untapping, Seedborn Muse.
No! No!
Untap all permanents you control during each other player's untap step. Another dumb card in this deck is Rings of Bright Hearth. It's a 3 mana. Whenever you activate an ability, if it isn't a mana ability, you may pay 2 if you do copy that ability. Yep. Activating Lathril and getting 2 times the trigger. Pretty bonkers. Bolas's freaking Citadel. Amazing on its own, but man, in this deck,
Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm!
You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play the top card of your library, and you may cast it by paying life instead of its mana cost. And you can tap it, sacrifice 10 non-land permanents, each opponent loses 10 life. So tapping your elves to drain all your opponents with Lathril and then activating the Citadel to finish off the job. Plus, Lathril gives you life, let's not forget, so you can keep abusing the Citadel over and over again with all the life you'll be gaining. And Coat of Arms. Coat of Arms, each other creature gets +1/+1 for each other creature on the battlefield that shares at least 1 creature type with it. So, if you have like 2 elves, they're gonna get +1/+1. If you have like 3 elves, they're gonna get +2/+2. And if you have like 1 billion elves, they're gonna get 1 billion.
Hey, my friend, you know we're playing elves. Why try to be funky? We can just attack our way to victory with
Beastmaster Ascension. Whenever a creature you control attacks, you may put a quest counter on Beastmaster Ascension. As long as Beastmaster Ascension has 7 or more counters on it, creatures you control get +5/+5. This is an old school card and I love it. Haven't seen it in a while, but it's in here. Or we can transform our tokens into 5/5 dinos with Allosaurus Shepherd. Yeah, 1 mana, 1/1, can't be countered. Green spells you control can't be countered. Green? What the Green? Mom, green is at it again. And the old school, classic mono green commander you would play back in the day, Izuri Renegade Leader. He's a 3 mana 2/2 elf, pay 1 green, regenerate another target elf. Pay 5 elf creatures you control get +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn. You can activate this 3 times in a turn if you want with all the mana we'll be making.
Bye, have a great time.
That is it for Lathril. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and please like and subscribe. It would really help me out. And don't forget, we're here for a silly goose time and that's it. Goodbye.